everyone, I'm Jean. And before the speech, I would like to ask you to think about a question. There are two items for children to play. One is the clay and the other is iPad. And try to imagine that if you were a 5-year-old child, which do you prefer? Most of children will probably choose iPad. So here's my topic today. Do not let iPad become children's babysitter. I'm going to persuade you to keep distance between iPad and your children after you become parents. And later I will provide 3 reasons and an experience of my own family to inform you, to prove my conception. So first of all, speaking of eyesight problems and iPad, a China medical professor said that iPad harms humans' eyes more than TV does. He also mentioned that the visual systems of children under 7 years old are not mature enough to control their muscles of eyes. So therefore, they are more easily to become nearsighted. According to another eye doctor, the rate of kids' nearsightedness is increasing extremely in the past 2 years. He also gave an example of a 2-year-old boy who got 125 degrees nearsightedness after playing iPad every day within a month. So, however, perhaps some parents will argue that their children will not get addicted to it, so that it's fine for them to use iPad. But they ignore that there are a large number of adult addicts already cannot resist the temptation of using iPad, not to mention children are still immature to use them. So consequently, okay, I can skip to the next reason. Another reason is much more serious than eyesight problems. It's the breaking relationships between parents and children. Normally, parents have to pay the most attention to their children when they were little. But today, parents are too busy working and making money. The statistics show that 45% of parents spend less than 1 hour playing with their kids each day. They don't have enough time to hang out with their kids. So, many parents give their kids iPad as a distraction to keep them quiet and also to prevent them from bothering parents. Even when they are outdoors, 35% of parents allow their children to use iPad. The purpose of going on a trip together is to enhance the intimate relationship between parents and children. However, it seems that iPad stretches the distance between each other again. And the last reason is the ability of learning. Some parents will argue that their children can use iPad, the educational apps, but the statistics shows that 80% of kids using iPad just for playing download games. And also, other parents may declare that iPad can train their children's hand-eye coordination, but experts have shown that it is a wrong perception. What's worse, children may lack concentration and creativity by using iPad. So if you don't want your future children to lack the ability of learning, try not to allow them using iPad when they were young. And besides the 3 reasons mentioned above, I would like to share an experience of my own family. My nephew is 6 years old now, and he is an iPad addict. He plays iPad 4 to 5 hours a day. And one day when his mother came into the house, the first word he said was iPad rather than mommy or anything else. So it seems that he is more familiar with iPad rather than his mother. And I also discovered that he becomes greedy whenever someone wants to use iPad that he is playing. So I suggested his mother that she should get rid of iPad from his life. But she said that it's too late because he is totally addicted to it. So what a tragedy. And iPad didn't exist until 3 years ago. So there is no strong and obvious data to prove that the device has a bad influence on children's development. But I still want to persuade you to remove iPad from your kids, from your future kids. You don't have to use iPad to teach your kids the alphabet. Just teach it yourself and be close to them. And that's the end of my speech. Thank you.